So I think I had only played this boss on Proud mode like once or twice before. And this being the boss that started the DLC, I was definitely surprised and excited at the same time. So, not gonna lie, I definitely lost quite a few times to this boss. And a couple of the other ones too gave me a rough time, but like I said, I'm pretty decent level. And I've been using combos very deliberately. The timing of the button presses, making sure not to button mash. That was the biggest thing I learned as I'm doing my critical mode level 1. My quote-unquote let's play, my let's enjoy series is gonna keep going on. I have the next few videos lined up to be put up in the next few weeks, and then still stuck on the last few bosses, so it's been rough, but I'm getting there, slow and steady, and I figure I'll just pop those videos up with the new keyblades that were added with the free DLC. So those are cool, and I didn't get to use them in this run through of Re+Mind because I didn't have enough materials to fully upgrade them. But I did take a look at them, and I did look at their abilities. Both forms seem to be complementary of each other, where they seem to do the same thing combo-wise, and they add all of the new abilities to your combos, even if you don't have them equipped on regular Sora. So if you need to save AP and rely on those, I've noticed that's an interesting way to do that. But these next few fights, I'm definitely just going to sit back and let the gameplay do the talking. The big thing that I learned with my critical mode playthrough was that this felt like it was just a regular difficulty. It didn't feel like critical mode, and I can only imagine Proud mode being even more laid back in the sense of how much damage Sora is able to do to these bosses. It's incredible the perspective that I've been getting playing on level 1, where they call it chip damage, and I see why, because it's very hard to do regular combo damage to these bosses on level 1, and you need to definitely rely on Sora's more powerful abilities. Furthermore, I want to emphasize that you'll see me not using the new combo enhancers throughout the first few fights. And I feel conflicted about, like I said, the difficulty being very laid back. And like this fight, this anti-Aqua fight, gave me a couple of days worth of trouble on my level 1. And I'm just eating attacks that would have one-shot me. So the defense difference, the survivability difference is another factor in the laid-backness that I feel. Playing on level 50 critical is almost as if I'm playing on a completely different difficulty altogether. And leveling up, I can only imagine, just makes the survivability factor way more laid back. And that's something I want to focus on a little bit with this DLC as I play through it. Because what it seems like is that this whole thing has been a novelty.
Your efforts were for nothing. You seek to defy fate? Enough! Over here! Enough! Over here! Over here! Enjoy! Over here! Surrender! Heal! Enough! Over here! Over here! Enough! Back off! Got him! Yes! Yes! Take this! Over here! Enough! Over here! Surrender! Over here! Enough! Over here! Over here! Enjoy! Over here! Nice! There!
So, for anybody trying to use the Oathkeeper or Oblivion in the DLC, this would be the first time you have access to redeeming them if you hadn't redeemed them already in your previous save. So this is where I got mine and realized I wasn't going to be using them. Unfortunately, because I would want them to be maxed out, and otherwise I don't feel like it's fun that way. So I stuck with the Ultima weapon to simplify things. And I basically just experimented to see how much materials I would need and which ones. I know it's pretty straightforward. All the keyblades kind of just follow the same pattern. But I also took a look at the abilities here to see if I was missing out on any kind of unique gameplay, I guess is the way to explain it. Yep. So I will definitely do some looking into on how these form changes behave in other videos. But these fights are definitely doable without the Oathkeeper or Oblivion. I guess in the sense of entertainment value. I definitely enjoyed these fights quite a bit without using them, and I'm sure once I get back up here with my level 1 guy, it'll be way more satisfying than if I had done it now. So I'm glad I did it this way.
Yeah. I have you. Yeah.
What's the matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
See ya.
Choose wisely. Impressive. It's more fun. Too bad. Over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the matter?
Yeah. Go.
The game can tackle.
Yeah.
Too bad. Choose wisely. Too bad. Impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. See ya.
Stop playing.
Yeah, yeah. What's the matter?
Are you ready to go?
It's time to finish him.
This is for you.
There. It's over.
Fall.
Come on!
See ya. Hey!
Ready?
Hey!
Light. Yeah.
See ya. Try and keep up.
I'll take this.
What's the matter? See ya. What's the matter? See ya. Got you now.
Any last words?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So long.
So this is your...
It's time for you to go. What's the matter?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the matter? See ya. You're mine! No way.
Let me take care of this.
Be your oblivion.
Like it? Take this. Yeah. It's over. Heal.
Big fat.
Yeah. There. You like it? So long. I'm unstoppable. I'm done with you. Back off.
Let's make it interesting. Start dancing. You better run.
Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Leave it to me. Let me take care of this.
Be your oblivion.
Stay. You like it? Heal. See ya.
Watch it.
Like it?
Now. R for reload.
Over. Nice.
You better run. R for reload. Heads up. R for reload.
You like it? Heal.
R for reload. Let's make it interesting. This one's special. You better.
Hey there. It's over. Darkness. You like it? Like it?
You better run.
I'm unstoppable! Yeah! Think fast! One more! But why?
So here's where I'm going to talk about the alternative characters that they added. And I gotta say, here's where the big novelty aspect comes in. So I love this part when you play as Aqua and you have to fend off Terra Nort while Sora is on his way here through, if you recall, there is a stupid little maze that he has to go through in order to get here. And then, you know, depending on who you pick first, he then has to take his time to sift through the fight and then get there. So, obviously he's busy, and we are playing as the alternative characters because he is using the power of waking to travel through their hearts and experience their hardships in real time. And now, what I anticipate for level 1 is that these will break it up a little bit if, I guess, for example, you want to let the Sora AI do what it's going to do and have your fixed stats from the preset characters. You know, they don't have a lot of items, but they have a lot of power capacity just by the sense that they have their abilities and their base stats and everything like that. I don't think the alternative characters are level 1 at all. If you are level 1, I think they are a set stat total, regardless of the player level, to probably just make sure that it's a fixed difficulty on each of the different difficulty modes. Other than that, it's definitely interesting that you needed to do the alternative characters to progress, because, you know, that locked me in when I was doing my original playthrough in the first place. I needed to learn a whole new character's moveset just to continue on through, when if I could have just personalized that specific character, I don't mind playing as the character in the scenario, but if I could have just personalized it, I don't know, maybe things could have been avoided. Like this sort of situation. It's good stuff.
You wish. Nope. Ready when you are.
Then, now!
Go!
I will end this here and now.
I'm here too.
You will release.
So I will say that I'm probably going to take preference to playing as Sora, because I feel like I'm going to use Sora's abilities more advantageously. Yeah, that's the word I'm going to use there.
Nice to see ya. So long. See ya. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I call on the moon's pale light.
Just